Hi, downsizers. How do you downsize? How do you protect yourself? I'm Laura. I'm a realtor here in Utah, and 18 years of experience. I can tell you there's some steps that you need to take to protect yourself. There's all sorts of things that can go wrong. You can actually find yourself homeless out there, with big gaps between leaving your home and getting into another home. The first thing I have to say is if you are not paying cash for your downsized home. Let's say you're in a bigger home that you have a big mortgage on, and you don't have enough equity in that home to be able to pay off that mortgage and to go buy your downsized home. So you will need a loan to buy your downsized home. The first thing you need to do is get with a lender. Make sure there's no issues, no problems. A lot of people who are downsizing are retired or close to retirement. And so we need to work through that and make sure that we do have that financing in place. Last thing you want to do is put your home on the market and sell it and then can't get the loan. It just puts your earnest money at risk, and it just creates complications for a lot of parties. So talk with a lender. Now, if you're going to be paying cash for it and you know you have plenty of cash, then we want to make sure that that money is moved to a place where we could just get a verification of funds and it's just ready to go. And so the first thing you need to do is, once we get to that step, is look at what we need to do to maximize the value out of your home and getting your home on the market ready to sell. Now, I have a lot of free resources. I can come out and take a look at your property, tell you how to maximize the value of your property so you can sell it for the highest amount of money. That's a free service I have. Also, we need to know where you want to live. If you're not sure where you want to live, where you want to downsize to, I have some great ideas here in the Davis County area, Salt Lake area. I know where a lot of patio homes are, what the price points are. We could hyper focus in the areas that you're interested in and then fine tune it down to the specific neighborhoods. I could put you up on what we call an auto hot sheet. So you're automatically sent properties as soon as they hit the market. So they will come right from the MLS system, which is the largest in the whole Intermountain region area. And you would be the first to know when a house comes on the market or there's been a price adjustment on that home. Now, with all that in line, say you got your home on the market. Now we've got a buyer that comes and wants to buy your home. How are you going to protect yourself? Make sure you get a realtor that puts a contingency in there that's contingent on you finding a replacement property. Otherwise, if you just up and accept that without, maybe changing some possession dates, some things, some contingencies in there, making sure you counter with you being able to find a replacement property. And then let's say you find a replacement property, then you want to make sure that you make that contingent on the successful sale of your current home, because you don't want to be forced to have to buy that and then not being able to buy it because the buyer at the last minute bailed on you or all of a sudden didn't get the financing. And now you're going to lose your earnest money because all your deadlines to get out are passed. And we're, just getting ready to walk in at the settlement table and all falls apart. And I could tell you, after doing this for 18 years, things like that do happen. I mean, I've had a situation where we went and we signed closing documents, and the lender calls up to verify the buyer still has a job and finds out that the buyer had lost his job and didn't tell anybody. And so not only did they walk away and lose their $5,000 earnest money, but it really put my sellers in a big bind. And anyway, there's a whole bunch of strategies to get into that. As a seller, make sure you collect enough earnest money that's more than earnest money you're putting down on a property. So if there's anything that goes wrong, at least you're compensated for the inspection and appraisal and those other expenses that you will have when you go to buy another property. Anyway, I'm going to drop some resources in the description. If you're interested in selling your home, interested in buying your home, buying another home, interested in downsizing and have a free downsizer guide, I'll go ahead and put that link in the description. And if you'd like to set an appointment with me, I'll be happy to come out and take a look at your home and tell you what you need to do to maximize the value and to get it ready to sell. And also give you guidance on when the best time to sell is. And it all depends on where we are in the market. Meanwhile, take care, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video.